We have another major breaking story from South Florida, and you won't believe what Donald Trump's lawyers are about to do. It's an audacious move that could change everything about the high-stakes legal battle happening there. And before I reveal this potentially explosive development, let's rewind and set the stage for this unique moment in time. Two of the people at the center of the classified documents case against Trump is Southern District Judge Aileen Cannon and Trump lead lawyer Todd Blanche. Appointed by Trump in the twilight of his presidency, Judge Cannon has been a lightning rod for controversy since day one. At just 39 years old when confirmed, she's one of the youngest federal judges in the country. Trump's lifetime appointment of her raised more than a few eyebrows, and her rulings have legal experts talking time and again. For instance, she granted Trump's request for a special master to review the classified documents seized from Mar-a-Lago, a decision that was smacked down by the U.S. Court of Appeals. And the hits just keep coming, from setting trial schedules that seem tailor-made for Trump's political calendar to issuing rulings that appear to slow down the prosecution's case. Cannon's actions have been under the microscope from day one. Critics argue she's showing clear bias in favor of the man who put her on the bench. And let's be real, Trump's strategy of packing the courts with loyalists is paying dividends, and not in a way that serves justice. Judge Cannon's handling of the case is a stark reminder of the risks we face when judges are chosen for their allegiance rather than their impartiality. And to shine some light on Judge Cannon's unusual behavior and her possible trajectory, former U.S. Attorney Barbara McQuade just shared this expert opinion with MSNBC.
Yes, I think this case really demonstrates the immense power that federal judges have. They're appointed for life, and they are afforded a great deal of discretion. There's nothing really legally wrong with what Judge Cannon is doing. It is just highly unusual for all the reasons that Ken just said. An adverse ruling would then tee up an appeal by Jack Smith, and I think that is where he could request, or the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals could on its own decide we're reversing this decision and assigning it to another judge.
And now let's look at the other key player in this saga, the lead lawyer helping Trump fight the charges, Todd Blanche, a former federal prosecutor turned high-powered defense attorney. Ironically, Blanche has made a name for himself defending white-collar criminals. And this recent clip from Fox News comically reveals what it's like to represent the arrogant and delusional Donald Trump.
He wanted to be the litigator. He wanted to be the one that was actually arguing. So we were all huddling in to give him counsel, and the man needed no counsel.
And now let's fast forward to today and the potential game changer that I mentioned. The Guardian is reporting that Team Trump is gearing up to ask Judge Cannon to do something that could turn this case on its head. They want the judge to throw out key evidence at the very heart of the obstruction charges against the former president. We're talking about memos from Trump's former lawyer, Evan Corcoran. These aren't just old notes. They're the smoking gun that prosecutors say proves Trump attempted to obstruct justice. According to these memos, Trump asked if they could just ignore the subpoena for classified documents, and he even suggested they could pluck out some of the classified documents instead of returning them to the FBI. Trump's lawyers are planning to argue that these memos should never have been handed over to prosecutors in the first place. They're saying the conversations between Trump and his lawyer should be protected by attorney-client privilege. And they're just not asking for some of the memos to be tossed. They want the whole enchilada gone. Ultimately, this isn't just about one case or one set of memos. This is about the very foundation of our justice system. It's about whether a former president can use his hand-picked judges to sidestep the law. Yet here's the kicker. If Judge Cannon agrees, it could leave prosecutors with barely a shred of evidence for their obstruction case. We're talking about reducing their case to some security footage and phone logs. From day one, Trump has sought to undermine the institutions that hold our democracy together. He's attacked the press, questioned elections, and now he's trying to game the judicial system. It's a pattern as clear as day, and it's deeply troubling. The judges Trump appointed, many inexperienced like Canon, will shape American law for decades to come. So as this drama unfolds, we must remember what's at stake. It's not just about classified documents or obstruction charges. It's about keeping our courts fair and impartial.